morning, dear hearts. Well, as I said yesterday at the end, today's lesson is a favorite, the second of part one of the workbook. And please subscribe if you've not yet done so. So today's lesson is God did not create a meaningless world. And one of the reasons I love this lesson is the same as I love lesson 7, is because it ties up so many of the previous lessons, the most recent lessons that we have had that are dealing with this idea of what is meaningless. And it wraps it up for us and gives us great clarity in the simple statement that God did not create a meaningless world. God cannot create anything that does not have a meaning. And what God did not create does not exist. So any of these things that we are experiencing in this world that are not filled with love and beauty and peace and joy are not from God, because God only creates with love and in a state of utter and complete, unrelenting even, we can use that word, joy and peace and foreverness. If God did not create it and it does not last forever, it is not eternal, it's not real. It's not real. It is something that we have made up within our own mind, because in the moment that we made it up, not created, made it up, our mind is separate from God's. And whatever is made is going to be from the ego mind, and it will not last. As long as we think that we have this power to make things, we will experience that. But when we realize that everything that we have made indeed has a beginning, a middle, and an end, it is not eternal, it is ephemeral. As we realize that, we can come into this space of really relaxing to know this too shall pass. I often said that they're going to put that on my tombstone. This too shall pass. There is nothing in and of this world that does not come from God that will last. It might seem as though it does. It might seem as though it's taking forever for this to end, and we might even think that it never will. But I assure you, this too shall pass. So the lesson and the practicing rather for today are to be done with our eyes closed, and you basically just go into that space and have this litany, again, this parade of thoughts that go by, and saying that, God did not create that war, so it does not exist. God did not create that disaster. And you can specify whatever that disaster is that you are seeing. It does not exist. It also says that to be very specific. So do not say God did not create disease, it does not exist, but to be specific. What disease are you thinking of? Is it cancer? Is it heart attacks? Is it COVID? And say vehemently, with great passion, God did not create that. It does not exist. That does not mean that it won't seem to be real in this world, because we are walking in this world of illusion. But what we know by saying that God did not create it is that we know that ultimately this too shall pass. God only creates with beauty, and our direction in all of this is towards, as the lesson says, perfect safety and peace. It also tells us to let go of all of the words that we have written on this world. And as it said in the previous lesson, and underneath those words that we have written lies God's word. And God's word is of total peace and joy and beauty, everlasting harmony, and never-ending love. This comes from God. So, I love this lesson because it points me in the right direction. I take responsibility for what I am seeing, and I am willing now to let go of it, because I know God did not create it. It is not real. That's it for today. I hope this helped. I hope you liked it. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, and please be here tomorrow. Namaste.